What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are all good. I just wanted to make this very quick video and just address some things. So since I've had my YouTube channel, you guys already know what I kind of talk about. I talk about God, I talk about pop culture, I guess, in a sense, celebrities, whatever, certain celebrities, and things being deeper than what we realize that they are on a spiritual level. And so, one of the comments that I've gotten, quite frankly, quite often, that I never really sat and addressed on this channel is the fact that people try to say that me calling out celebrities contradicts Christianity. And that's not true at all. And I'm going to basically read you some scriptures to prove that that's not unbiblical to call people out. First of all, I'll just go through a little list in my mind of people who did it famously. Elijah calling out King Ahab. Nathan the prophet calling out David on his adultery in public. Basically all the prophets in the Bible called out wickedness and evil. And the thing is, if you go to the doctor and you say, hey doctor, I fall on the ground and my eyes roll back and people around me say that I shake and I almost bite my tongue and this has been happening to me for quite some time, like what's going on with me, the doctor would know based off your symptoms that you have epilepsy, right? And so if I said, yeah, I hear voices and they tell me to do this and do that and it's just like a lot going on, the doctor would deduce by my symptoms that I have schizophrenia, right? Okay. Or any other disease based off of the symptoms. And even when you go on WebMD, they have a ballpark of symptoms of if you have this symptom, you most likely could have this list of things, pick one. And so even though it's not good to go on WebMD because you always think you have one foot in the grave. But so based off of that, in America, we have a phrase that says, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a duck. And so the thing is that I don't really care who you are. But if you're telling me your symptoms based off of common sense, I can come up with a conclusion. Could I be wrong? Yes. Have I been wrong so far? No. If somebody sits in front of you and tells you, a grown person tells you, I have a little boy living in me and he was conjured up and he was born out of rage and I want him to go away, but he won't. If your pastor or somebody who is about to give a speech gets on stage and says, before I come out here, guys, I just want you to know that in the back I lift my hands up and I feel a presence come into me and they make me do things that I can't do. Wouldn't you, based off of the symptoms that they're telling you, say that this person is either mentally unstable or they have a demon inside of them? Wouldn't you say that? But because it's your favorite celebrity, because Nicki Minaj says that she has a boy who lives inside of her, a crazy boy who's been conjured up out of rage and won't go away, you think I'm crazy for saying that she has a demon, even though she exhibits demoniac behavior and displays demoniac imagery in her music, right? In her videos and all that kind of stuff. And all of these celebrities who say, oh, it's just a conspiracy, are all posting pictures of them literally dressed like Satan. And I'm the crazy one for actually pointing it out, right? So I'm just going to read you some scriptures over here based off of, obviously, the Bible. And I don't really know what version this is, whether it's like the King James or the NIV or whatever. I just looked up scriptures. Let me start from... Okay, Proverbs 27 verse 5 says, better is an open rebuke than hidden love. It's better for me to call somebody out publicly than to whisper to them. Because if this person has a continuous pattern, like if you know a man is a cheater over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you like, how long are you gonna, if you're dating this person, how long are you gonna keep it to yourself that this person is cheating? Like if you tell him, hey, insert male name here, can you please stop cheating on me? And he just couldn't care less. Aren't you gonna go tell his family and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I had enough of this, but your son is a serial cheater? Tell his siblings, maybe his friends even. Tell his boss at work, excuse me, his mistress keeps coming over here and I'm his wife, or whatever the case may be. Would you just sit there and keep it to yourself and just be like, well, dang, because maybe he has everybody fooled and they think you're living a picturesque life, but this guy is a serial cheater. and is doing even worse things. So are you supposed to be like, for the sake of peace? What peace? Because you don't have any, because he's cheating on you. Anyways, better is an open rebuke than hidden love. Proverbs 1 verse 23 says, if you turn at my reproof, this is God speaking, if you turn at my reproof, or you turn at my rebuke, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you, and I'll make my words known to you. 1 Timothy 5 verse 19 through 20. This is about people who are in your actual real life circle, like people who go to your church. It says, don't admit a charge against an elder except on the evidence or 2 or 3 witnesses. As for those who persist in sin, rebuke them in the presence of all, so that the rest may stand in fear. So if you call out somebody and say, guys, I work in the treasury, and I know for a fact that brother such and such or sister such and such is stealing money from the collection. And I literally have the CCTV guy who knows, and then I have the other guy or the other sister in the church who literally has seen this with their own 2 eyes. Then I can say, with these 2 people as witnesses, as well as myself, I know that this is happening. And then the people who keep stealing from the collection basket, or keep whatever, if I get up on Sunday morning and I say, guys, this is what's been going on in the church, everybody has to know that, oh wow, this person is persisting in sin, so they keep on doing it and keep on doing it, and they don't repent. If it's a once-off thing, you have one photo shoot and you're wearing devil horns, maybe that was some weird, very odd thing. But if you've been doing this since like 2007 and it's 2021 and your lyrics are getting more and more demonic, how can I sit here as a good Christian when I know that your music, not that these people are going to lead you to hell with their music, but these people will get on stage and say, oh, I thank God. And you think, oh, they're talking about Jesus. No, they're not. They're talking about Satan. They're talking about the Baphomet, because that's who they worship. So anyways, like I said before, if I say, hey guys, I have a runny nose, I have a fever, I'm coughing a bit, you'd probably say to me you have a cold or a flu. So if you are constantly throwing up the 666, the the triangle, which is the eye of providence, you're throwing up the goat, you're talking about how Aleister Crowley is such an inspiration to you, you take photos with the horns on your head and the 666 covering your eye and the one eye symbolism, and you're promoting a lascivious lifestyle, what am I supposed to sit here and say, oh yeah, we all worship the same God? No, I don't worship the devil. I don't worship the devil, so somebody's worshiping the devil and it ain't me. So anyways, next, it says in Ephesians 6 verse 12, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, and against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly places. So our fight is not physical. I don't have a problem with Beyonce. I have a problem with the Jezebel spirit, or the demons that are controlling her, because all of these people are just puppets for the Illuminati, because they want money and they want their heaven on earth, which God can make you rich. He can make you prosperous and successful, all that kind of stuff. But Satan can too, obviously, which is why he told Jesus, I will give you all the kingdoms in the world if you worship me. And how can somebody give something they don't own? So our problem is against the spirit of witchcraft, the spirit of, the Jezebel spirit, the lying, manipulative spirit, the siren. There's no such thing in the Bible called the siren spirit, but the sirens were in Greek mythology were basically mermaids that would sing beautifully at sea, and men would hear their voices and fall in love and be hypnotized and basically crash their ships. And yes, that's what was going on in Greek mythology. And so what verse is this? It says in one verse, I can't really see because I took screenshots, but it says that let him know that whoever brings back a sinner from his wandering will save his soul from death and will cover a multitude of sins. In Proverbs 12 verse 1, it says whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. I'm not telling you don't listen to these people's music. I'm not telling you don't go to their content, but I'm telling you that, you can see, you have eyes. I'm sure if you're watching this, you have eyes. You have a brain, and sometimes it's like with witchcraft, it dulls your senses. Like you can see, but you can't see. And even in the book of Romans 1, Paul wrote that people professed to be wise, but they became fools, and their foolish hearts were darkened because they thought they literally knew everything. So a lot of people pull the, oh, I was alive before you. I have a Bible degree. I'm in Hollywood and I don't see rituals going on. Even though you're just like a level one entry level, you're in an entry level position, you know. You're not the CEO of a studio who is literally doing rituals every Friday night. Luke 7, oh, this is the ESV. Okay, wow. How come I didn't recognize that? The English Standard Version. In Luke 17, verse 3, it says, "Pay attention to yourselves. If your brother sins, rebuke him, and if he repents, then forgive him." And then in 1 Corinthians 5:11 verse through 13, it says, "But now I'm writing to you not to associate with anyone who bears the name of a brother if he's guilty of sexual immorality or greed, or is an idolater, a reveler, a drunkard, or a swindler, not even to eat with such a person. For what have I to do with judging others? Is it not those inside the church who you're to judge? God judges those outside. Purge the evil person from among you." So especially because all of these people are claiming to be Christians, but they're literal or oh, I worship God, or whatever the case may be, God, the source, whatever they want to say, the universe. But these are the same people who are pathological liars, who literally just sit there on camera and just lie, when with a click of Google you can you can find what they're lying about and see that, okay, there's a picture evidence. I was not allowed to go outside, but there's picture evidence of you going out and about and traveling. So who's lying, me or them? Like, what am I like? Because I have because the thing is, we have this picturesque view of celebrities of, oh, why would they lie to me? Because they obviously they want your attention, they want your money. These people, a lot of these people are narcissists. A lot of these people have a lot of trauma inside of them that has made them have a spirit of affectation. So all they want is attention. Like, literally, they would take their clothes off and run around America if they didn't get any attention. That's how much they're thirsty for attention, because they feel like something happened to them in their life and they feel like, okay, I'm gonna be the best, I'm gonna be the biggest, I'm gonna get the most attention, and I will never feel how I felt when my dad walked out on me, or whatever it was that happened to them that made them so attention hungry, you know, like desperate for everybody needs love and affection. I need love and affection. Everybody needs it to survive. But like, the extreme narcissism of, for somebody to sit there and say, oh yeah, when everybody was in lockdown this year, you could understand how I felt when I was living in a mansion or in a palace, and you know, I didn't leave my house for like a month. Now you guys understand how I feel, the multimillionaire. It's like, how tone deaf, you know? Okay, Proverbs 17 verse 10, "A rebuke goes deeper into a man of understanding than 100 blows to a fool." You could beat up a fool, hit him 100 times, and he won't get it. But somebody who understands will say, all right, Tumi, you know what? You know, when I started watching this video, I just thought you were a hater. And now I understand where you're coming from. And I understand, like, you know. And so 2 Timothy 4 verse 2 says, "Preach the word, be ready in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, and exhort with complete patience and teaching." And then I'm going to end with this, Galatians 2 verse 11 through 14. It says, "When Peter came to Antioch," this is Paul writing, when to the church in Galatia, he says, "When Peter came to Antioch, I opposed him to his face because he stood condemned. For before certain men came from James, he was eating." So basically, I'm going to paraphrase this, that there was a situation where, this is after the resurrection and everything, and Jesus had ascended to heaven, and Saul became Paul, and he was basically preaching the gospel all over. And there became this whole thing because the Israelites at that time had 614 laws that they had to basically adhere to, and nobody could do it. God knew nobody could do it, and that's why he sent Jesus and all that kind of stuff. But so the problem was when people were becoming Christians or following the way, which is what it was originally called, because Jesus said he's the way, the truth, and the life, and that nobody gets to heaven but through him. And when people started to follow the way, there was this whole thing of, well, do these people just become followers of the way and get saved through grace and through faith, or do they have to follow the commandments and essentially become Israelites in all of the customs and all of that kind of stuff? So do they wear what we wear? Do they eat how we eat? Do they talk like we talk? Do they have to learn Hebrew and then learn all of the scriptures and have to basically become Jewish before they accept Jesus as the Jewish Messiah and basically live life like Jews at the time, Israelites? And so there was this whole thing because the Israelites thought that they were pure compared to, like, racially pure compared to the Gentiles, as in the non-Israelites, right? Like if I say, oh, black Africans are better than everybody else, black supremacy, white supremacy, all of those things, right, are demonic and evil. So literally, Paul had to confront Peter to his face in front of everybody, because Peter was like, God showed him this vision about how, everybody, there's no such thing as black, white, Asian, Mexican, whatever in Jesus Christ. We're all one person in Jesus Christ. Like, we're all one new race in Jesus, and there's no partiality for him to say, well, you guys were here before everybody else, so you're better than these people, and da-da-da. No. And so that's not a thing anymore, right? That's not a thing. And so Paul was like, Peter, when you come here, when we're with the Gentiles, when we're with the Greeks and the Italians, and we're with the Mexicans, we're with the Koreans, you're all buddy, hey brother, what's up, brother in the Lord, how's it going? But then when the Israelites come, all of a sudden you want to say, oh yeah, hello, my fellow Israelites, and just eat with them and act like I don't know those Gentiles over there. When, bro, you're two-faced. Cut it out. We're all one in Christ. We're not better than them because we're black. We're South African and they're Jamaican. We're South African and they are, we're American and they're French. We're not better than them. We're not better than them. So literally he was just like, yo, cut it out. And so he opposed him to his face in front of everybody, and Peter had to repent and basically, stop it. And God had given him a vision actually before he preached the gospel to an Italian man named Cornelius, and had said that, don't call what I've cleansed unpure. And he had this vision of unclean animals that the Israelites were not allowed to eat. And so basically God showed him through that vision that there's no such thing as any racial hierarchy or any racial superiority at all anymore, period. So I just wanted to basically make this video and say that I'm not doing anything unbiblical, because I just proved to you through all of these scriptures right here that what I'm doing is perfectly fine. And the thing is, I'm not lying about anybody. I'm not providing slander. I'm showing you pictures and evidence and all that kind of stuff. So I don't even know you guys, not you guys, because not 90% of you are fine, but there's a certain percentage of people who watch my videos just to be like, shame on you. She's a black woman. Why would you attack a black woman? I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're Chinese. I don't care if you are British. I don't care if you are Polynesian. I don't care if you are Hawaiian. I don't care if you are from Bangladesh. I don't care where the hell you're from. If you're a pathological liar and a narcissist and you worship the devil, I'm not going to defend you. I'm not going to defend you. I'm not going to defend people who are sitting there lying out of their mouth, lying out of their front two teeth, and just expect me to feel some type of way because we both have the same shade of melanin, or you claim, or you're a woman. I don't care what you are. If I woke up in a world and there was only men, or there was like 10 women left, I wouldn't sit there and be like, where are the women doing this? And I care about your qualifications and your common sense and your character. That's all I care about. I'm not the type of person who's like, I was the only black one there and I felt like no, that's not how I personally think. I don't personally operate like that. That's not me. You could do that if you want to, but that's not how I operate. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to make that video and just basically clear this up. And this is it's not the first time. It's the last time I'll be talking about this, because I'm not a hater, dog. Like, I'm an analytical person. I'm a critical thinker, and I'm a liar caller outer. So if you don't like that, you don't liar caller outer, the quicker fixer picker upper. So anyways, if you don't like that, that's not my problem. All right, guys. stop making idols out of these people, because people are people, and some people have very nefarious intentions. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.